Somewhere deep, we heard the sound. It was bittersweet. Voices calling out from an aching heart. Getting so much closer by staying apart. Singing a song of hope and love that will heal. You heard when I heard. I feel what you feel. We will survive. We will stay strong. Love is the word, and hope is the song. The streets are empty, but the sky is clear. You want somebody and can't have them near. Taking shelter where you can when the world is at stake. Alone together, trying hard not to break. Singing a song of hope and love that will heal. You heard when I heard. I feel what you feel. We will survive. We will stay strong. Love is the word, and hope is the song. A song for the lonely, the tired and the weary. A song for the broken, the mighty. Can you hear me? Get beyond our pride and greed. Share everything that we need. We won't be ignored. We will be restored. Singing a song of hope and love that will heal. You heard when I heard. I feel what you feel. We will survive. We will stay strong. 'Cause love is the word, and hope is the song.
Good morning, South Florida, and welcome to the breakfast at the Brooklyn Café TV.
Take a deep breath and a good whiff of that coffee brewing. Grab yourself some toast, a donut, or any breakfast. As Dawn and Freddie get you up and ready for the rest of your day.
So I grabbed myself and called 888-994-4995 to share a tip of the day.
Or just to say good morning.
So get ready for the time of your life.
Shake off your sleepies, buckle up, because it's showtime.
Welcome. I don't know what I walked into, but okay. Welcome. What's going on, guys?
Thank you. Happy Thursday, everyone. Throwback Thursday.
We're starting really late, but what happened?
We were waiting for you.
First of all, that's not true.
Well,
but
no, it was third time's a charm is what happened on the board. But we're moving some things around. We have to get the lighting situated for Slick. We got Slick and Josh Square joining us today.
We got Slick and John Square, and the lights have been moved around, okay?
It's all good.
No, I want to know the rest.
The windows have been open.
Oh, you're going to know the rest.
So what happened?
So, I came in this morning. You had a couple things to do this morning. So I came in and I go to turn the alarm off remotely. Doesn't go off. Second time. Doesn't go off. Third time, your request has failed. So I said, okay, I'm just going to come in and do it old school. But because we have 2 zones, by the time I got to the second zone, it had already gone off. They didn't call me for 30 minutes. So I thought,
They called me.
no harm, no foul. So they call me, but they can't hear me. Hello, hello, hello. I guess they didn't hear me. So I called them back, and they said, all good, we're going to take care of it. We're going to check your app, and we're going to check your system, no worries. Next thing we know, police are at the door.
They rested slick?
Slick answers the door.
Oh, they almost did. That boy looked at him and he said, huh?
Yeah.
Who is
I
this?
answered the door. I thought it was a new intern, but
You
yeah.
thought the cop was a new intern?
No,
Yeah.
at first because like I heard the wind chimes or the electronic wind chimes. I heard the door
Electronic wind chime.
You know, a ring has
Oh, the
chimes,
doorbell.
right?
open. Yeah, it's chimes.
And you saw a cop at the door and you thought he was an intern.
No,
No,
I
no.
know. I saw a cop at the door. I know he's a cop. Like,
Oh, he
you know,
was
his
in
badge
full,
is
he was a cop,
full
City of
gear,
Boca Raton,
full
yeah.
gear, and then he was basically saying, are you guys new here? And I said, no, we're not new here. And then I'll say, Don comes around the corner. Like I say, he asked me the same question twice.
His eyes
So I
lit
come
up.
out, and his eyes go,
I never seen
Whoa.
a guy freeze.
doesn't know where to,
that fast.
frozen in time and space.
Oh my goodness. I've witnessed this in
Look at his
real
face,
time.
right?
She didn't even do anything.
I did nothing except say hello.
Yes. Gone. It was
Frozen in
unbelievable.
time and space. You know when you don't know where to put your eyes?
Like, I already know I was in a different type of room. I had to leave. Because clearly I'm Mr. Officer.
We may have, I should have offered him a cup of
They might
coffee.
wanna
He came
talk to
running
me
around.
anymore.
You should offer him a cigarette from what it sounds like.
Mr.
So,
Officer,
what did Mr. Officer, Mr. Frozen Body have to say for
Nothing.
himself?
He was just rambling, you know?
Nothing.
Just trying
He
to
was
see
just
if
rambling?
everything was good. But we're well protected, though. He'll stop by again.
Oh, he is?
He will.
Tomorrow morning, come on by, have a cup of coffee at the Brooklyn Café show. Our doors are always open. So that was the morning.
Interesting.
The windows have been opened, things have been sprayed down.
What's that?
You
The
feel
The windows
new
have been
energy
open
and
with
vibes. and-
99-degree humidity. You open the windows?
Yes.
Yeah.
Feels good in here,
Yeah,
right?
the windows
It
open.
smells like fish in here.
It smells like fish. I did my clearing spray. I can't tell you about the fish situation.
It smells like fish.
Good morning to you. Always happy to hear your words of wisdom. on a
We may
Thursday
have to get
morning.
rid of those rugs after all.
Maybe. So how you doing? How was your morning?
Yeah.
Good, good. I
Josh
woke up
is
with
very
a.
busy with this camera.
I know. I don't like the
He
angle.
doesn't like the shot.
I don't like it.
I had a allergy attack.
You had an allergy attack.
Yeah.
You feeling better?
Oh, we're moving the camera. That's a good idea.
Feeling better?
Yeah.
I feel better, I guess,
Well, we
as
got
far as allergies go.
lots of stuff to do today. Throwback Thursday. We got a Slick Speak special edition. I think we're gonna have a Talking to Taylor
Most
special edition today. We've got my numerologist coming on today virtually. So I spoke to her a little bit last night. I go, thank you very much. And she says, why? And I said, this and this and this have happened so far. And she laughed.
Holy smokes, that's right. They had said something about money and all that other stuff coming forward.
And all she could do was laugh. I said, well, now this is the next situation. She says, all right, we'll put it out there and see what we can come up with. Like, okay. So she's joining us virtually today.
Good.
And we'll see who else comes in. We got a lot of stuff to do, a lot of things to clean up. Everyone's in a happy
Correct.
mood. Do you see
Yes.
that? It's a nice energy vibration
Yes.
going on.
No.
I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, well,
I do nothing.
dude, she does nothing. Does nothing. And then, you know.
Like you. Speaking of which, you are on a new Cape Crusade of kindness.
Oh, yes. I am doing 1 week of kindness. I've been hearing from, like, the grapevine of the people that, you know, I surround
What
myself
grapevine?
with.
Dan?
No, not Dan.
And
one
RK.
of them is
Dan and
but
RK.
but it's two other ladies as
RK,
well.
Dan,
Ladies, did
Two
you
of-
not
Barbie,
they're
and
nice.
Levington,
They're
whatever her
nice,
name
but
is.
like
I know
we're
the
like
four players.
No, they're not the four players. There's two ladies in there. Like
Yeah,
you
I know
just
from
saying-
from Tommy's,
from
yes.
Tommy's. Oh, not at all. I don't even talk.
Or
to
two
her
different
like that.
names?
Two different.
Or you don't
two
talk to
different-
those ladies?
I do talk to those
Here's what
ladies.
I don't understand,
Yeah.
though, is you're always nice. So what happened
No,
to
no, no,
you
he's
being
not
the
always
magic
nice.
of the studio?
I don't know. Like
No, he beats up on people.
They say like, you know, sometimes I need to
No, I
I'll
heard that
say
you are very
relax.
not nice on the road.
relax. I mean, if you heard that from somebody, I'm trying to do better. You know?
I heard it from two people.
True, arcade.
all night. He texted me and texted me.
I turned a different cheek.
What happened?
I turned a different cheek.
Let's just say that when this guy plays darts, he's a whole different person.
What? I love playing darts.
I know, you played all night.
I'm a master. I played all night. Who told you this?
My peeps.
Who said? Who told you this though?
My peeps. You play darts, you're like a different human being.
Who?
Very aggressive.
Very aggressive.
You are the champion. You start
But I
playing.
am
I am the champion over and
But
over
I
again.
am the winner though. Like I feel like when you play something, you shouldn't aim for second.
That's-
Even though
If you're not first, you're last, right?
correct. Yeah.
Tara
You
gave
saw
it.
the interview this morning with that Paralympic swimmer.
Mm-hmm.
So she's opening ceremonies are next Tuesday night.
I thought they were canceling that.
The Paralympics
No, with spectators. They closed out for spectators.
in Japan,
Got it.
and her story. They did a pre-interview with her, and she said on her first 25 medals this girl has. She's like 21. She's in her early 20s. 25 medals.
Correct. And like I didn't know she was that decorated.
But that's what she said. It's exactly what you just said about coming in second. Why am
Oh.
I here to come in second?
Oh, that's
I'm not here to come in second.
It's like the movie, Talladega Nights. Is that what the
Is
movie?
that what he said? Ricky Bobby?
yeah,
Ricky Bobby
Said
says
that.
you're either first or you're last. There ain't no
Dad
second.
said that.
There ain't no second.
First or your last? But that was a great interview.
It was.
So they're not gonna cancel it. Okay.
No, not at all.
Excellent.
Maybe
We had the
spectators.
regular Olympics. Why do we have to cancel it for the Paralympics? These people been through a lot to actually do these trials. Especially if you watched Untethered, you would understand. Like they go through a lot of trials.
You watched
to-
Untethered?
Yes, I
Yes,
watched
the 21
Untethered.
minute
Yes.
Production I
Oh, that thing
Like
again.
as a coach of
He hasn't
somebody-
watched it.
Yes, I have.
You have to because now
you
they called you out on it.
How did they call me out on it?
Because
I had-
when you said you had watched it,
I watched
I found
it.
out through your
Like-
attorney
like-
that you did
like,
not watch it.
The fact that these, like this athlete was blind and he can run, if I was his trainer, I had to have run as fast as him. Imagine if I couldn't run as fast as him. I wouldn't make the cut. Like that was very inspirational. These Paralympic stars.
Good morning.
I thought it was the cops.
Oh, back to the camera, Josh. Taylor, sit.
I thought it was the cops.
Or you can sit there wherever you want.
I thought it was the cops.
I told you they're gonna make the daily round.
Sit over there, and Josh will open up the camera. Just
But-
grab a mic.
I feel like they should have an Olympic. They shouldn't cancel their Olympics. They already had the Olympics.
I think there's just too many Olympics.
I just don't understand why they're not on regular NBC, why it's on NBC Sports, why they don't get the same coverage. that-
Because they don't have the same.
It's kind of like
People
WNBA.
paying for the
Yeah,
commercials.
it's probably like the
They should.
WN, but they should though.
Did you see last night? Maybe you saw it. I was going to text you, but then I thought, I can't text like at 11 o'clock at night. There's the Kobe Bryant special on.
Oh no, I didn't see that.
Did you see it?
I don't know.
Kobe Bryant special was on NBC last night. I did not realize that English was not his first language.
It was
Did you realize that?
What is
It
he?
was Spanish or
Italian.
Italian.
He's Italian?
No,
His
he was
father.
overseas. Overseas. He was overseas.
Really?
Yeah.
He was raised in Italy for a couple of years.
Wow.
So his father, I don't know what his father did. I think he might have played ball as well. So when he came to the States and he played high school ball, everyone's like, "You're never going to make it." as
Taylor,
a
we're going to
pro."
move you a little bit that way.
Said, "You're never going to make it as a pro in the United States. You're good here, but you're never going to make it." And he came over and
Good.
he had no friends because he couldn't speak English. So he said the great common ground was basketball. It didn't matter what, like we say about music, it didn't matter what language he spoke. He and his buddies he met at lunch in high school just played basketball.
And it's funny because Kobe says the same story that the greatest basketball player, Michael Jordan, said. Michael got cut from his junior high school team or high school team, and his brother used to make him run and chase a school bus. Michael, he used to dump him off the school bus and make him run every day. He did that for like 4 years. Michael wasn't good enough to play basketball, but his brother was. And that's what Michael learned, the etiquette of work. And the same thing applies apparently to another great basketball.
Amazing. I didn't realize he didn't go to college. He went right to
basketball.
pro basketball.
Yes, that I knew.
Since 18.
And you talk about not being accepted and bullying and not having any friends. I mean, this is like common ground, and these huge famous celebrities have talked about this over and over again. Here you see the great Kobe Bryant, same thing.
Was taken too early. He had another career waiting for him
Yeah.
in the movies, is what a lot of people said. He was gonna
Really?
be fantastic.
I wouldn't
in
say
movies.
movies too, but like I would say like coaching. Because like people will want to have like that
I don't
mentality.
know.
I'll say coach.
I don't know if Kobe would have coached because it's hard when you're great. Like LeBron will never coach.
No, as in like
Michael will
Pat
never
Riley
coach.
type of like he'll be an owner.
They
of
just
some
they
sort.
can't. They see the game at a different level. You can't coach them.
He would have been a great producer.
He would have.
But I couldn't
It
believe
would've.
it was on and no one
Wow.
said anything. There was no hype, and
No.
I'm sure
Yeah.
you can find it. You would love it.
Where did you see it?
It was on NBC. When I went to, I was so tired last night. I went to bed and I turned it on.
That was on ABC.
Was it ABC?
Did you guys see the latest mandate that came out of the federal government?
Slick and I were talking about that this morning. Good morning, Taylor. It's nice. You look beautiful. Look how pretty her eyes are. Cactus shirt. I don't think I've ever seen that shirt.
What is that?
Cactus. Well,
Oh,
we're gonna be
cactus. I
doing
thought
a
she
Talking
said
to Taylor
cat.
today.
Cactus.
So it's perfect. At what time?
My
No,
ears
it's sometime
deceive
before
me.
12. We're doing a Talking to Taylor and a Slick Speaks today.
We got Faith Washington, 11:30.
That's
Okay.
virtual though,
Remotely,
right?
yeah.
So you can use the studio.
Yeah.
Not a problem.
Yeah.
The new mandate that came down.
Yes, if you are, if you receive Medicare or Medicaid and you're in the senior home, they're going to require you to be vaccinated or 86th out.
Yep.
It's gonna be
So,
interesting.
so what did the senior home say? Well, I guess we're going out of business. And they said, I guess you are. Then I just heard on the way in,
That's nice.
President Biden and DeSantis are going to war.
Yeah.
So they are bringing in some top attorneys and using the infringement rights. They're going to go the other way. You know how DeSantis says it takes away your rights if I don't give you a choice? Well, now they're going to flip it. And the federal government is going to go after any governor
I heard
who
that.
uses this tactic because you are infringing on the safety of the bodies that be. So they're going to go after them politically and perhaps financially. So they're going to go after them.
My girlfriend just texted me a notification that she got from Channel 5 saying Governor DeSantis' office calls Palm Beach County school mask mandate without opt-out disappointing.
No, he can say whatever he wants.
I think Miami-Dade just did the
And
same
now,
thing.
now
Everybody.
Miami and Broward are
Same
going
thing,
to be
right?
next.
Everybody's doing it now. You saw what happened in Texas with the governor? He got COVID.
Yep.
That moron. He was telling everybody don't wear masks. Now he's pleading. How do you do this? Nobody wear a mask. And then he goes to every other state. Can you help me? Can you help me? And he finally got COVID.
Here's the thing. People are getting COVID, and I can tell you this 100% firsthand, that are vaccinated, that wear the mask, that do the right thing, that wash their hands.
We got a
There's
different
no rhyme
problem.
or reason.
We got a different problem.
What?
The Delta is a variant that the shot will keep you away for a little bit and it breaks down. So that's why they're coming up with the booster.
Yep.
And the problem is that they didn't anticipate having this kind of variant.
This quickly.
And this thing just
But-
came out of nowhere.
No, but like it didn't come out of nowhere because like I feel like we kind of put that in the air already. Because like people didn't even want to take the shot before. And then that was never an issue about a variant or we just put
Well,
that
you don't
in
want to
the air
take the
and then-
shot. You're just going to make the variant that much stronger. But
No,
I got some
most
more bad news.
Yeah.
There's another variant that's even worse than this one.
See,
It was
that's what I'm
much better
saying.
with the shades open and the light.
You know,
and the
Well,
if
but-
people
but-
followed directions the first time,
Yes, but we
you
have
know?
to. We got to
And
give
the
some.
cop,
We
the
have
cop
to give
knocking
some.
on the
and
door.
the cop
But we have to
Yeah.
give some
Yeah.
information.
Can we lighten up their camera on the color correction, please?
I got you.
But we have to give out the information because apparently September they're going to start offering the third shot.
If you're 8 months post the second shot,
That's right.
So-
And apparently,
you're not ready to. You are not eligible until.
I go early. It don't make a difference to me.
And apparently, what?
Apparently, I was watching on the news where there is in Louisiana. It's just out of control. It's ground zero. It's worse than Florida.
You know, I have to tell you, I saw a story today that just broke my heart. There's a little boy with brain cancer who's from Louisiana, and he has gone, I think, to North Carolina for treatment.
Mhm.
He and his family have gone, 9 years old. He cannot go back home. His parents will not take them back home because Louisiana is such a disaster in the hospitals that heaven forbid this little boy contract anything, he can't even go into the hospital. So they can't even go home with this. You talk about a bigger problem. It's enormous.
Well, in Louisiana, there was a nurse that was working there. There was a patient that waited 3 days to get her bed. And this woman is obese. They don't know if she's going to make it. She got COVID for the second time, and she's begging for the shot now. You can't take it now because she has it. But anyway, the nurse, the CBS guy comes over. I'm going to tell you, this CBS guy is going to be an anchor. This guy is unreal. He says to her, you're vaccinated, right? Because she deals with these bodies all day long. She's an ambulance person, EMS. And she's
EMT.
moving... EMT, and she's moving bodies around all day long, and she's not vaccinated.
Yep.
So he says, okay, everybody stop, bring the cameras in here, and they start not interrogating, but trying to ask her, listen, you're a professional, you do this every day, you preach to everybody else, get the shot. She says, I'm the biggest hypocrite you've ever seen.
Oh, well, get this before you keep going. My neighbors, 2 doors down, their son, who I was good friends with, he's younger than me. He is in firefighter school. I don't know if he's training to be firefighter or EMT, but right now, they just got COVID. He got COVID for the second time, and
Is he
now
vaccinated?
No, neither of them are vaccinated. He says he's not going to get vaccinated. Only because he has a coworker that says that he's not going to get vaccinated, and he's telling him all this and that. So he's being led by somebody else.
Astray.
And on top of that, he actually got COVID from another coworker. So now
Astray.
the mom,
The blind eating.
she's sick. Dad, luckily, he's not sick.
He will be.
Sister is got tested yesterday, hasn't gotten the results yet, and he's stuck at his girlfriend's house now because they all have COVID.
Including him.
Yep, and he got it now for the second time.
So the nurse, the guy says to her, if the shot was available today, would you take it? And she said, yeah. She says, I seen what this is doing. So he calls the doctor right on the air, and they rush her in, and she got shot. The shot right there.
She got it. Okay.
That's
And
great.
she got it. So that was one life.
I mean, if
change.
you are a healthcare worker, I also feel like if you are a teacher, there's certain responsibilities. If you're a solopreneur and you're in your own business and you don't leave where you're going, maybe you got more options. Maybe. But if you are dealing with other people and other lives, I've seen this ripple effect in my own family in the past 5 days. It's not just you.
It's everybody else.
And then you start to try and contact trace. Where were you? Has anyone? She couldn't find the trace. Going all the way
And that's a
back.
big problem when you can't find the
Could
trace.
not find the trace, which means could have been at the nail salon, it could have been at the grocery store, and she's vaccinated, wears her mask, still can't find the trace to it.
And the problem is that when you wear this, right, and you're hyper, like I'm very allergic to this stupidity.
I hear that again.
It's in my nose, it's in my eyes, I can't see sometimes. I wake up with pain underneath here, all of a sudden that's a new thing. My sinuses are killing me. And you gotta wear it. I gotta wear it here, I gotta wear it at night at the radio station. I got into a discussion with a show that I did the other day because they were not believers. And I asked them to leave.
Really?
Yeah, and I says either you wear a mask or you gotta go. And it isn't that I want to be a hard-on, but I've come too far and worked too hard for me and for everybody in this room to have somebody come in and argue with me. And
I had to do that yesterday.
I'm gonna tell you, I let you handle that because I was getting up, and I was gonna say I don't care what she said or she said. You gotta go. And there's the door. And I don't care what you say about me.
See,
I mean,
Man, I miss
you
all
guys
the
are our
fun.
family here, and it's not just us we're trying to protect. We're trying to protect every one of you and your families.
you could
Yeah.
you could
I
have
mean,
gave me
this
the
poor
eye.
child got the 3rd degree from me because she got a cold.
Yeah.
Well, but the bottom line
You
here
could
is
have gave me the eye, so I could have been.
no,
like,
there was not going to be no eye. It was going
You
to
were doing a
be
production, a beautiful
Oh,
production.
sure.
I
Oh yeah,
must
sure,
say,
sure.
with the Lady B show.
Thank you.
yeah, it ended up really nice.
How is everyone in your house feeling, by the way? Grab a mic.
They loaded.
They're doing okay. They had to like stay home from school for a while because the schools wanted them to get tested and everything, and it's just so hard to get tested anywhere right now. It's getting a little better with getting tested, like with the drive-through testings, but it takes so long to get results. Like I got a COVID test from Walgreens, and it took like 4 days to get the results back. I'm like,
Getting the
what
result
is the
back is a
point?
problem.
Yeah, 'cause
Exactly.
you went on a Tuesday. You didn't get him until Saturday. She texted me last Saturday night. So until we got the negative, I mean, it took 4 days.
But they have to revamp again. You got to understand what happened. It went down, now it's back. All the excess energy that was being used for these tests were being put into surgeries and things that have been put on the back burner. And now we got to come back to this nonsense. What I don't understand, you know, I seen so many people that have taken the shot, and maybe one or two had a reaction of nauseous, like his lady. I think she got the shot the other day and she felt nauseous in her stomach. And I know that if they put the shot too low,
You saw my egg.
you're going to see an egg. But when they put the second one up there, like I tell them put it high. You didn't have a problem, right? So I think that common sense, if somebody's telling you, like they tell me there's all sorts of drugs put into this thing. My son, Gio, works at one of the labs that the government hired to look into it for the FDA approval. And he will tell you from soup to nuts what's in it, at least the vials they gave them. And he tells me, he says, Dad, I need you to take this. I need you to take the booster. Because as you get a little bit older, and I'm a little bit older than everybody in here, your body begins to diminish in being able to
Your immune
fight
system
this
doesn't
deal.
fight. Not everyone fights it.
Now, you run 5 miles, you're like Captain America. Your body at your age is not your age because you work out. These guys sort of work out, you know, hand to mouth. But if you don't, and your body's having a hard time, you got to think long and hard. You know what? Do research. Do your own research. A
Hand to
firefighter.
mouth? Hands?
Yeah, like let me have a drink.
No,
Bottoms
I
up.
don't do that. I work
Bottoms
out,
up
you
and
know.
throw a
I
dart.
work out.
And
mean,
throw
it
it.
doesn't
This is
seem
your
like
life.
Throw a dart.
It doesn't seem like
Look at this, Don. Look at this.
it doesn't seem like it, but
This is gonna be
but
my
I
new
work out.
TikTok.
I do a lot of cardio, you know.
TikTok Taylor. What's
do a lot of
happening?
cardio.
What is trending on TikTok, by the way?
Oh my God, yes.
TikTok.
I try to limit my TikTok usage because there was like, I think everyone that first downloaded TikTok went through a phase where like you did nothing but go on TikTok. So I try to like set limits for myself on my social
Why?
media.
Everybody's
How's that
talking
going?
about you. They're asking me, where's
Not
TikTok
really,
Taylor?
No, nobody's saying that.
Listen,
But-
Kenny Love got 4.2 million hits
Dang.
on his handing of flour
Did it
to
go
a
up
drunk
that
man.
high?
4.2.
My gosh.
But I don't know if it's
They
4.2
love the
because of
Florida
him
love.
or because of the guy who is drunk asking for a flower for his
I feel
girlfriend.
like it's because of him.
Definitely that.
You think so?
3 seconds, right?
Yes, 3 seconds. I feel
3
like it's
seconds.
because of him. I feel like you should get a TikTok, Freddie.
OMG.
I want to get a TikTok.
You know.
I want to get a TikTok.
Good morning.
I'm going to do a TikTok today, Josh. You're
Yeah,
going to
you
film me.
coming in today?
Taylor, this is me. I'm going to get a dart
12.
and I'm going to do an I'm slick. 3
All right,
seconds.
thanks.
Hand to mouth.
You gonna bring us something beautiful?
Tape.
I'll help Taylor real quick and tell you one of the hottest things. It's people are doing
Whatever you want.
a little dance
Sure.
to the song with the Kid Leroy and Justin Bieber.
Do you want OMG to make
That's
a
like the
live
hottest
pay
trend
or
right
bring
now.
something in?
Oh yeah, the dance.
Live.
Yeah,
Live.
I know.
It's
What
like
is it?
people are
Alright,
taking
we'll
like a
see.
drone and whatever and circling it around
Perfect,
them,
thanks.
and they're just doing
Bye-bye.
one move the whole time, just going to the song.
Really?
And
Yeah,
don't
that's
you
like
love
one of
when
the
I take
hottest
phone
things
calls
right
on
now.
air?
So what's that? That's the latest?
It's like the latest thing right now. One guy started it, got 3 videos with almost 4+ million views, and now everyone else is doing it.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's copycat TikTok.
That's true.
But
There's
that's
a
Copycat
lot of
TikTok,
people
right?
copying
That's
each
how trends
other.
are. One person does, and then everybody follows.
It's like, let's eat a Tide Pod. Oh, let everyone eat a Tide Pod and
Yeah.
see if you die.
That was
Yep.
just stupid.
There's a lot
Monkey
of
see,
stupid
monkey
things.
do.
There's
That
a
was
lot of-
stupid.
Let's
Monkey
eat
see,
a
monkey
tablespoon
do.
of cinnamon.
Run in front of
Another
it.
stupid
Run in
thing.
front
I
of
remember that. I did
Those
that.
were
The
YouTube
the
trends a
tablespoon
long
of
time
cinnamon,
ago.
I did that.
Then
You
I
did
saw
it?
the
I
frozen
did that.
honey one.
Frozen
Oh, I
honey.
have seen that.
Oh,
What
frozen
is
honey?
that?
I'm
Frozen
starting-
honey.
I'm starting a
I guess
new
it's
one.
just satisfying the way like you bite it or something after it's frozen.
What's that candy? It's like bitter honey or something, or
Bitter honey, yeah.
right? Bitter honey.
I'm gonna start a new trend. You know, we have the train tracks here in Dixie. So I'm gonna wait till oncoming train comes, and I'm gonna run at the train, jump, and try to run up the front of the train and get on the train.
All right,
Remember
Spider-Man.
Tri-Rail, they tried that. How many people were like, the
Alright,
spider I
Spider-Man.
squished today? I squished
Well,
a
I
spider
figured,
and a cricket
I
today.
figure anybody who wants to sort of match that trend, it's going to be one and out. Just saying.
OMG Flower Boutique is coming in today.
Yes, I saw
We're
that.
going to have a live flower demonstration.
That's
That'll be
good. That's
nice,
great.
right?
Mhm.
Raising the energy vibration.
Yes.
I spoke to our good
Oh.
friend Tracy yesterday from Healing Moments.
How's she healing?
She's healing a lot of people.
Is
She's
she?
she's got a new salt booth in the studio in her location.
Salt booth?
Salt booth to clear out nasal passages. You actually, it might be good for
I may
you.
sure have to go in there, yeah.
It would probably be really good for you. It's just like a little salt room where you go in and you just inhale this.
Yeah, but I
medical
can't. I
grade-
can't do anything for another week and a half. That's the problem.
Okay, in a week and a half.
That's the
She
problem.
was telling me about flushing out your nasal passages with like saline
Yeah.
or salt water. You could do that.
Saline, yeah.
I don't like the way that
Those
feels.
neti pots. I've never done them, but
I did it.
or saline nasal
Saline.
spray. There's nothing
Yeah.
grosser than saline nasal spray or any nasal spray. It's like ugh. Then it just goes down your throat and your ugh. It's like the
Yeah, you
worst
feel
feeling
it stuck
ever.
stuck in your throat for a couple hours. Yeah.
Or a nebulizer, but it's you gotta keep your immune system as healthy as possible.
Nebulizer. What's that thing you used to use to get your kids' boogies out and you had to wash them? Ugh.
I don't know. What did you use?
What did you
It's a
use?
sucker upper.
Yeah,
I used to
it's like
call
that
it a
little-
That
sucker.
yeah.
bulb when the babies
Yeah.
were born.
Yep.
Well, stop. I'm going to throw up. I was the one picked to wash it and I had to boil it and it was disgusting.
I feel like I
I
haven't
actually
seen
use that
Taylor
to
in
clean
so
my
long.
ears now.
I haven't,
God.
because you were here Monday and I wasn't even here on Monday.
That's
How
true.
beautiful your eyes are.
Oh,
I know. I
thank
got
you.
you're doing this whole gross guy thing. You gotta-
No, that's why I said that. That's why I said that. 'Cause look at him now.
You're
Yeah.
Look at
grossing
him
out?
now.
I'm
tearing.
grossing. I'm grossing out because I remember that thing, but like I never. Yeah, I remember that thing.
You used it yesterday. What do you
I
mean
never
you remember?
used it yesterday. Never did.
No, I actually use it for my dog. Give her
Never
medicine.
used that. I remember that
It's
thing
smart.
is. nu-
It's smart.
When Chelsea was born, I could not get her umbilical cord to fall off.
Okay,
It was like
stop. Stop.
And I remember calling my dad,
Stop.
the pediatrician. She goes, "I promise you, when she gets married,
It'll come
she
off.
will not have that umbilical cord still attached."
It pops off by itself.
Metaphorically.
Or stop. Stop. You put a little Vaseline around it, it pops
took
right
for-
off.
It took forever. I gotta
You put
tell
Vaseline on
I
it?
don't remember what I put
No, you
on
didn't.
it.
You left it dry like a
It was
raisin.
supposed to like dry
You left-
out, but I was like, wow.
Yeah, but
it
you
just
left
took
the raisin on the vine. You got to put a little Vaseline
things you
around
don't-
it.
Things you forget when
Now
you have
she has an
babies.
Audi, right?
No.
She has an innie?
Yeah.
Oh my God, must have been some umbilical cord.
Why? Do you have an Audi or an innie?
Innie. Well, I had mine reconstructed because I had a hernia. My intestine came out of my belly button.
Really?
Oh,
How'd that
stop,
happen?
I'm going to throw up. What is going on? I lifted 50 pounds of stones. I was redoing my house in New York, and it went boop. I went, wow, that's interesting.
Wow.
So I go to the doctor. She says, we had to have emergency surgery. That's your colon. I said, my what? What happened to my intestine? What happened to the wall? So she takes me into the back, and they schedule me for emergency surgery. And the next day I came in, I had to walk to the operating room on the other side of the hospital with a gown and
And
no
open in the
stockings. And no stockings. Well, I
How old
don't-
were you?
26.
Really?
And Michelle was with me. And she walked behind me because these stupid things don't close in the back. What can I tell you?
They didn't have you on a hospital bed?
They didn't. They ran out of gurneys. This is a true story.
I'm sure it is.
Then they ran out of stockings. They're supposed to give
I know
you.
what you mean because when I was in the hospital,
that
but I didn't.
sounds true.
I didn't walk
That sounds
around. They
true.
wanted me to walk around for like my CAT scans and all that was going on.
I
in my
walked.
stomach.
She says,
No.
if you don't walk, it's going to
No.
delay the surgery 6 hours.
I'm
This
in the
is 6
hospital. The
hours.
bill's already
Taylor's
like.
face.
I'm like, pull me
How
to
did
the
your
next
colon
room.
just fall out of your That doesn't
That's
make any
disgusting.
sense.
That's
Pops out.
disgusting. That's disgusting.
That's-
It's gross, and
That's
it's
disgusting.
you don't see the colon by what you see is you see the skin around the colon.
That's
Your skin
disgusting.
is still around the colon.
That's
Yeesh.
disgusting.
So I get in there, and they forgot the stockings. They didn't have any stockings either. So I said, did I catch you guys on a bad day? Maybe we should leave the surgery for tomorrow. And the doctor said, no, Freddie, don't worry about it. You're in good hands.
Lies. The lies
Good
they
hands
say.
with
The
all
lies
And then
they
they didn't
say.
have gloves.
Then they put you on anesthesia. They put
No,
your
no,
colon back
but check
in.
this out. She goes, okay. She lay me down. They strap you down, get you ready for the IV. They put you on in 3 seconds. And she comes over to the bottom of the bed, and she touches my toe. She says, you feel that? Yes. And she lifts my gown, and she puts the gown back. She says, I win.
What was the bed? You had pants
Take
on?
advantage.
Brewster boxers?
I had nothing on
Bye.
doing.
That was the bet.
No.
Brewster.
I don't know what the bet was. They wouldn't tell me. So as soon as I said, Doc, what was that all about?
Violation. I know.
I feel so
I feel you.
violated.
Yes. When they put
Oh,
you
God.
under, you don't. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
No.
I tried to fight it.
I
I
can't
remember
do
when
it.
I broke my hand, and yeah, they
Violation
laid me
that
down. They're
happens.
like, yeah, we're gonna put you to sleep. And I said, what? You're gonna do what? They're like, yeah, you gotta go to sleep now. And I'm just like, no, I ain't going
For
to
a
sleep.
broken
I'm
hand?
not going to sleep. Yeah,
You had to have surgery?
because they had to
Or
put
pins.
pins. They put pins in me. I didn't get no plates or anything. They put pins.
How old are you?
This was like 3-4 years ago. 3-4
And you woke up and it was,
I was literally, I didn't even remember. I was just like, nah, I ain't gonna go to sleep. And then I wake up and I'm just like, oh snap, I already see the cast and everything. I'm like, damn, so quick.
that's what it feels like.
Yeesh.
What are you called when you colonoscopy? I tell you the story, right? I was I used to be really, really good at colonoscopies. Clean as a whistle. So clean that the doctor says,
Did you do shit?
I douche,
Drop the
triple
mic.
douche. I did what they
Drop
told me
the
to do.
mic.
I follow instructions.
Drop the
No, there's a lot of people I know that try to go get a colonoscopy,
Yeah.
and they're dirty.
You had to prep.
You have to prep, really, really prep, and it has to be super clean. Otherwise, they send you home, right? So the guy says, okay, it's because I see I've done it a few years on you. I want you to do it in my office. Now I should have known something was up. I said, Doc, really? He says, yeah, don't go to the hospital. Come to my office. So in his office is this big room. Looks like this room, bigger than this room. I go in there. The whole nine happens. I'm out. I wake up to 20 people around me.
What?
Why?
20.
Religious ceremony instead of a
No, he was teaching on me.
Interns, yeah.
I didn't approve that.
That actually happened when Chelsea was born, because she was born in May, and that was like they were having new people start over, and I was like, no, I really don't want an intern to do. Yeah, you'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Guess what happened? I had an
But you
intern.
approved it. You knew it was going in.
Well, I knew only because I knew, but I didn't really approve it.
Well, when you wake up and there's 20 people around you, and I go to the doctor,
Violation.
what is this? And he says, oh, I'm supposed to get him out of here.
So here's the thing: once you're a woman and you give birth to children, there is no more privacy. You have no worries about violation anymore because everyone has seen everything, and your life now changes. Now you just do not care anymore.
What are you talking about, everybody?
You have all these privacy issues until you have a child. Once you have that child,
Trust me, the
everyone has
last
seen
There's
The
everything.
last thing
there's
in the
6
world-
people just yeah.
It's
six
just-
people
the last
in
thing
that
in the
room.
world what they're looking at is anything
it
on
makes
you.
no
It's all
difference.
about the baby and that weird placenta thing from outer space
and that umbilical
afterwards.
cord thing, I'm telling you.
Use that placenta thing.
People eat that, by the way.
Stop. Oh,
You know that?
Yeah.
They dry freeze them and eat them.
Yeah,
They do,
it's
they
supposed
really
to. It's supposed
do.
to do something
They
with
eat
your
it.
like immune system.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
eat it.
It
Yes.
like because what is it like after
eat-
after birth?
they
there's
eat
something
it.
that
They put mayonnaise on it as well. Some put
Mayonnaise?
mayonnaise on it.
put in a sandwich.
I'm
you
telling
know, you could take
wrap it up in a burrito.
you know, you could take cow.
Put
You
some
could
rice and beans in there.
you could
And then
take
you get
cow.
some Cholula sauce.
He knows. You could take cow dung, dry it, and eat that too. Disgusting.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Cow
my
dung?
God.
How do you know about these delicacies?
Cow dung? Because I
Yeah.
used to live on a farm.
Hard pass.
Yep.
Your cows?
I used to have lots of cows. And it's funny because magic mushrooms, you know where it comes from, right? You know where it comes from?
No, not at all.
Cow dung.
Yep.
Really? They're not mushrooms?
Shrooms.
Shrooms.
They're
Yeah.
not mushrooms?
Yeah, they're mushrooms, but the
Well,
best
there's
ones come from
there's
cows.
some mushrooms, but you can even
No, this
Don't eat the purple ring
the
ones;
cheap
they'll
one.
kill
The
you.
cheap. If you get cheap, if you go buy shrooms for cheap, it's not shrooms. It's cow dung.
That's just
Dude,
nasty.
dude.
I think I'd rather have placenta than cow dung. It's
That's
our post of the
disgusting.
day. Placenta or frozen cow dung. Let's see where we come out.
When
on
Freddie
our
when Freddie
question.
was born, they rushed him out. I don't know what happened, and I was with Michelle because we had problems with Freddie coming out, and then this thing from outer space falls out of her into this bag of waiting. Whack! I went, another kid? And the doctor says, no, Freddie has a placenta. I said, the what? The what?
The what?
And he says, and we want it for research. Apparently, Michelle's placenta had a hole in it. It's the problem we had with Freddie. I don't know. I never found out what the research was or nothing. All I know it was gray matter. It must have weighed 10 pounds, and it was all over this bag on the floor.
But isn't it
Gross.
beautiful seeing that? Like, you know, that's your offspring. That's your legacy coming out.
For the first 2 seconds when he came out,
Like,
this Chinese doctor grabbed Freddie with forceps. If you look at Freddie's face, he still has the mark here.
Oh God.
Because they were going to C-section her. So, because they couldn't get him down. The umbilical cord was wrapped around his neck and they couldn't get him down.
Oh.
So what they did was the doctor says, okay, change, just like that. And they grabbed me and they put stuff on me and this whole room turned into an operating room and right before my eyes in like 10 seconds. Ching, ting, 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 ting. And this Chinese intern doctor had forceps on Freddie. He says, I got him. And they're pulling on my son's head. Like he was, his head was that long. Freddie's head came out ovulated.
great catch or something.
Everybody had given up already. And you know that
So
heart.
they pulled him out and didn't do a C-section?
No, they didn't do the C-section. They pulled him out.
God.
But his head was like
I got
a
lucky.
giant
They did
inner
a
tube.
C-section for me,
Man.
because I got stuck.
You got stuck.
I got stuck, but they rushed my mom and did a C-section.
They were ready.
My head's too big.
They were ready. They were ready to cut her open. Oh, you know that heart monitor that they put in, so they could see the baby's blood and all that. That thing popped out, and it hit the doctor, one of these nurses, right in the face like this. It left a streak of blood on her face.
Holy crap.
She says, "I'm out of here." She sounded like The Exorcist. I was so afraid. I gotta tell you.
Like 21?
Oh,
How old were you when Freddie was born?
That's
No, I have to be 30 something.
I was 25 when Chelsea was born. Isn't that insane? And she was a C-section. I was in labor for 23 hours.
Michelle was
Ouch.
21.
And I was like, 23 hours.
I had to help
and the
Michelle walk
C-section
around the
doctor-
hospital. You walked around the hospital?
There was no walk, and finally she was a C-section. And then Aaron was supposed to be a C-section, but he decided in all his Aaron-ness he was going to push his way out into the world during a tropical storm. Not a surprise that my son is definitely the way he is, because that's who he is, with his squishy face, just like Freddie.
Squishy head.
Squishy face. He was almost 9
Freddie
pounds.
had more hair than you when he
I
came
had
out.
like 9-pound babies.
Did you? Freddie was about an 8 and change.
Is that crazy?
But he was small.
Aaron was
That's
8'12".
It's
21 inches.
I tell you, some of these stories that
Can you imagine me having a 9-pound
Stop
child?
it.
I had 2 of them.
listen, and the funny thing is, the hospital goes through changes, shift changes. So every nurse that comes on is different.
Yeah.
And they kept babying Michelle because the baby would not come down until the last nurse, the one that got the thing in the face. This chick was built like the Rock Johnson. She came in, we gonna get this child out of you. And she takes Michelle's leg and she cracks. It went crack, 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 like crackle pops. I went. I said, she ain't never gonna be the same.
War
And that's what
stories.
worked.
War stories. It is crazy. I gotta
I
find
tell
out what's
you.
going on in your life. We have not seen. Your eyes are so freaking beautiful. Wow.
Not too much.
That's a lot.
Are you back in school? Or are you?
I start school next week,
Are
so
you
it
in
starts
school
on Monday.
Or virtual? Or
Well,
both?
they're supposed to be in person as of right now, but I would not be surprised if they suddenly say like,
Go to
"Oh,
virtual.
these are going to be online," or "This is going to be half online," or one of my classes, the only class I've really heard from, says that the first week we're going to do virtual, but I haven't heard from really any of the other classes. I have 4 in total.
Let me ask
And
you
then
a question.
graduate, right?
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Doesn't the professor or the teacher, whatever you want to call the person, have the right to hold class wherever they want?
I guess
They
so.
have an assigned room, and then they can either choose to either do the room
Or do something
or do
else?
online.
Okay. But a teacher, because I was at NYU, they used to take me to Washington Square Park to teach. This is before
But
viruses.
now you got all these mandates and keeping everyone
Yeah,
safe.
but if I'm her professor, right, and I have the kids, and some want to wear masks, some don't want to wear, whatever the mandate is, why don't I just teach outside, if weather permitting?
And then you got professors who probably don't believe in all of this stuff too.
While going outside? Well, they live in the school.
100 degrees outside.
Yeah.
So you go to the beach. You give out little coolers and
Still
eat.
steamy.
Who's in
No
Too
shade?
hot.
shade. Steamy, no
That's
shade.
a great class right
It's
there. You got
disgusting out.
cooler right next to you. You got a.
I
You
know
don't gotta
what
It's
they,
100
the school
degrees
don't
out
know what
every
you're
day.
drinking. It's okay. You're
I
on-
know
you're
what
at
the school
beach.
want. Are you kidding? I had a Spanish teacher. She did it in the school. She didn't care. But the bottom line is that I always had choice. I had one professor took us to the movie theater, and there was a room, and we did the class, and then we went to the movies.
That's cool.
That sounds like
That's cool.
an incentive to me to go to school, no?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I had one of the classes in FAU, and the class was all in a movie theater.
There's
We
nothing wrong
sat
with
there,
that.
did a presentation for 30 minutes. The whole rest of the class was watching the movie.
I remember when I went to look at UM, when I was a high school senior, I would go over there, look at campus, and people were having class outside on the grass in bathing suits.
What's
And I'm
wrong with
like,
that?
I'm in.
But that's
And
what I'm
where I
talking
went
about.
to school.
But can the teacher do
So
that?
can you.
Can the teacher do that today?
That
Yeah.
sounds cool.
Can they pick to do that?
Yeah, they just
Yeah,
got to
and they're
getting in
designate
trouble.
the area.
Before COVID, I remember like 2 years ago or something, I saw a couple classes that did it legit in the middle of the courtyards in FAU.
So you've got classes 3 days a week?
Yes.
You're at
One
FAU
day a
also,
week.
right?
Yeah.
It's at Fort Lauderdale. So.
Fort Lauderdale.
You got a
Oh,
class down there?
Yeah, because FAU barely offered any classes this semester. And so I didn't really have many options in general.
Was that
I
one
tried,
remote?
No. Well, it says that it's mixed, so it's like going to be partially online. So I'm kind of hoping for that one that they give us the option of going online just because, like, that's like an hour drive or more with traffic.
What
so.
class is it?
Some production class, like narrative video production or something.
Well, while you're there, we have a production company down there that I'm sure would love to have you pop in to do some work down in Fort Lauderdale.
Who?
Jack.
No.
Oh, you're being territorial like I was accused of.
She's
yesterday.
going to school.
Being
But it's
territorial.
I want her
production.
to
Maybe we can get
learn.
the credits from the production
Yeah,
class
we-
and
we-
her not
yeah.
have to go.
No,
And then she
these
can go to Jack.
production
She can go to Jack,
companies want to pick her brain in the opposite
I
direction.
know, because she's so good.
I mean, think about it. Production, the way they teach production is first thing, you have to buy my book.
Well, how are you going to learn production remotely without a hands-on?
Well, I did have a class with the same professor, and it was all online last semester. So he would kind of like tell us what videos, like the prompt of our videos, and then we would present our prompt, and then we would go shoot the footage and upload that, and then we would upload a rough cut, and then we would upload like
So you would
Different
display
cuts.
your work.
yeah, and then we would watch it in front of the class, which was not fun, but everyone was super nice in the class.
So this is what I want you to do, because you've been known to put some Comcast commercials on the air. Present that.
True.
See what he tells you.
If
Yeah,
that
I
is
am
a prompt.
so. I want to see what they have to say.
If it fits the prompt.
Yeah.
Oh, it'll fit the prompt. Trust you me, because if it don't fit the prompt,
Yeah, but they give you a time table too. They tell you, oh, it's gonna be 2. It has to be 2 minutes. It has to be 3 minutes. It has to be 5 minutes.
well,
I
the
want to see some of your work.
the problem here is you can't tell them you did Comcast commercials. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Because they're gonna raise the bar on you. Like he raised the bar on himself yesterday.
Yes, you
Yeah.
did.
He actually
Oh,
can
she
do.
wants her show, by the way.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
because
how's it
it's,
feel to
it's
want?
because my new my new boss Jack told me to give it 2,000%. So,
Well, meanwhile, your new boss called me.
Hmm?
He called me. He needs content. He needs all sorts of
That's
things.
why they're
So
going to do some shows today.
I'm going to give you the leeway of working with your new boss.
Ooh.
How's that? Okay, and you cannot fire Dan, by the way.
Me? Why not? Why not?
'Cause you can't. He
What-
doesn't work
what-
for you.
I heard what you said, but I'm gonna just leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. What you said.
What, Dan works
Because
for
I'm
you?
the bigger guy.
Dan
I'm a
works for
nice
you?
guy
What happened
this
to the
week.
cleanse?
No, it's okay.
Cleanse.
I
Oh,
am,
my
I am.
cleanse.
I am.
Cleanse.
It's okay.
Cleanse.
I-
Look, my TikTok. Cleanse. Cleanse.
I heard what you said, but you know,
What did I say? He doesn't work for you.
you're right. He doesn't.
So how can you fire
You
him?
know, in love, And like,
You're in love with him?
no, I'm not in love with him. I'm just saying, in love, I'm not gonna react at all.
I'm sorry.
I'm not
What
gonna
is we
react.
reacting about?
No, because it's gonna ruin my cleanse. You know.
Well, you want him to work for you?
My comment, no.
And his dog is not your property. I'm going to give you a double barrel. His dog belongs to
You are
him,
putting too
and
much
he doesn't work for you. You cannot fire him.
Too late. Too late.
He tells me last night,
Too
can
late.
Slick fire me?
Yeah, too late.
He came into
Too
the
late.
radio station the other night and he said, I'm not coming in on Wednesday. And we said, why? He said, Slick fired me. Excuse us.
And then Arcade now is a new attorney. Arcade's jumping on Slick all 4 foot of him.
Everybody jumps on me for some reason. I'm just
So you're very mean.
I'm a punching bag apparently.
You ain't a punching bag. You're the
Everybody
puncher.
I don't do anything.
Never do.
No,
Never does.
not at all. Like this morning with the officer, Don didn't do
Did nothing.
anything.
Was that the guy who did the number on one of our associates? Same guy?
No.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Young guy,
It was probably the guy that
young
pulled me over.
frozen guy.
Frozen.
Had to leave the
Probably back
room,
his
guy.
Wow.
Literally,
I
Everywhere
bet he
you go.
wasn't even your age.
not even. He had to stare at the
Did you
wall.
tell TikTok the deal?
No.
Alarm went off this morning. Cop came in, looked at Slick.
Yeah.
And then Dawn came around the corner. He froze.
He froze. He looked at the wall. He looked at Don and looked at the wall. He's like, "Oh my gosh!" And he tried to look at the wall. You know how y'all guys just look around.
And you didn't say
when it's
nothing?
no.
Run here.
Guys just look
Sit
around. It's
down.
not my situation. The like, if I could change up the mood, the light went dim. You know, it was probably like 2 candles that are lit. Officer,
That's the
is
best
like
you're
in
gonna
his
come up
face.
with?
Yes,
Should've
I'm
told-
so
you should've
serious.
told Echo
It's
to
not my
play all.
situation. We should have played some like Billy D or like some nice song in the background. Get the motion going. He was just
Frozen in time.
I would have told him,
Yes.
why don't you take a picture? It'll last long.
he was just like
He looked like Stevie Wonder. Stevie
he
Wonder.
didn't want to look direct.
I would have gave him the dark shades and said, "Yo, Stevie, what's up with that? What's up?"
It's not
I
my
got it. You new
situation
here?
anymore.
No.
And plus, Dawn can handle herself. And plus, I don't
I'm
think
gonna
he was
tell you
do
something.
anything.
If I find that cop is parked out in the parking lot, we're gonna have a problem.
How?
We're just gonna be safe.
We're well protected.
I told you he's gonna come by here daily.
Nobody with a gun to me am I ever believing ever again.
Keep it out. They need some content.
Yes.
We need content.
Of course. Maybe.
Spanish.
Yeah,
You
he
can do
speaks
English
Spanish.
also. Why not reach the Hispanic
You
community
speak
in
Spanish?
Yeah, I speak
No.
Spanish.
No.
I'm fluent.
He's fluent.
I heard his
I'm
Spanish.
Dominicana.
He tells me
You're
he's fluent.
Dominicana?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
you look like a
Dominican.
Dominicana. That's a female, dummy.
Dominic.
Dominicano. Dominicana is a female. So far, 0 for 1.
All right, let's wrap this up. Have a great morning, everyone. We got a lot going
Have a
on.
great
OMG
morning,
Flowers
guys.
coming in. We've got numerologist Michelle Landers joining us, and I think
Positive.
we might have that new auto repair place coming in, Masterson's.
I don't know
Michelle,
what I
sit.
don't know what you guys are doing. I'm just gonna put on my mask and hide.
Have a great morning, and we will see you in a little bit.
And don't be late.
Bye bye.
I'm being nice.
Dominicana. Thank you for listening to the morning show. As I go now to fill my mug, which is completely empty, I'm coffee out.
Your cup runneth over.
No,
Have
company dry.
Have a great morning, everyone. Stay safe, be kind to each other. Tune in for all of our other morning shows coming from Ant Media Productions, and then our afternoon show at 12 o'clock.
And always join us for more fun and laughs, because you know your day starts when you smile.
Have a great morning, and we'll see you in a little bit.
And don't be late.